Shalom, this is GMS Silent Sit Downs coming back with a lesson. First off and foremost, I would like to give all praises, glory, and the highest honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Kakadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the elect out there that's spreading this word, this sincerity, and the truth all over the four corners of the earth. This is going to be a quick video, just making one strict and direct point, for you to think about. We got our elders and apostles, which they ain't harsh at all concerning the tithes. They ain't harsh at all concerning, things that actually according to the spirit, according to the word, the scriptures that you believe in, you're supposed to do. Now, the scriptures speak about, paying your tithes and, helping out the priests of the Most High, the ones that do the work. You're supposed to help them. Now, maybe the younger brothers that just came in ain't doing it yet. They ain't paying the tithes yet, or people that are just checking out Great Millstone are not paying monthly tithes. But I just want to show you something, right? This is 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 14. Even so had the Lord ordained that they which preach the gospel should live off the gospel. Okay, what does that mean? They supposed to be helped in all things, man. You see, they ain't supposed to have side jobs, man. Today I was thinking about it, right? Today I was meditating upon something. The vacation period has come. The vacation period has come, and in my line of work, now it's December, so it's not a lot going on concerning projects and shit like that. I was thinking like maybe I sign up for this Uber driver thing real quick. So I was checking it out to see what I had to do, which things I had to fill in and shit, what the measurements were to, start doing that. Because Elder Apostle Tahar mentioned it a lot. I was thinking like, oh yeah, Elder Apostle Tahar, does Uber driving in New York. But then I was like, man, actually he's not even supposed to work, man, because he's supposed to be able to live off of the tithes that are being sent. You see, then you got them wicked ass Negroes that be thinking like, oh, living off the tithes, balling and stuff like that. But the thing is, the elder apostles, they don't even do that, man. They don't even do that. They work themselves. They have jobs themselves. You see, and what they get concerning tithes, they put in the treasury. They put in the treasury, and if a brother out there needs something, then that is being sent unto him. The money that a brother wherever in the world needs, of Great Millstone is being sent. But now you have to consider it within yourself, like, okay, how are you helping the body of the Lord Yahushua? How are you helping these men that are effectively preaching this word, consistently preaching this word? How are you helping them? You see? Because you might think like, yeah, why should I pay them money? I have to work also. We all in captivity, right? That's not the right mindset to have, man. You see? Because you are being fed with spiritual things. Why don't you help feeding them with carnal things then? You see? And that's also scriptural. But guess what? Elder Apostle Paul had the same mentality as the elder apostles of Great Millstone have. You see? Because here it says, verse 15, but I have used none of these things, neither have I written these things that it should be so done unto me, for it were better for me to die than that any man should make my glorying void. For though I preach the gospel, I have nothing to glory of, for necessity is laid upon me. Yea, woe is unto me if I preach not this gospel. So the other apostles have the same mentality, man. Even though they're not able to might not be able to live off of the gospel concerning, receiving the tithes and the offerings, donations, I mean, that doesn't stop them from preaching His word, man. They keep preaching the gospel. They keep preaching the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You see, woe is me if I don't preach this gospel. And of course I'm speaking about the elder apostles of Great Millstone right now, but you got elders, bishops, okay, you got camp leaders and heads of camps under them that have that same mentality, man. Woe is me if I don't preach this gospel. So there ain't no thing about sending tithes to camps. We send the tithes to the elder apostles, and if we receive money in the camp from people that watch us, GMS Holland, we send it to the elders. That's tithes. Okay. So what does the scripture say concerning let me see, carnal, I think it was this. Yeah. Oh, it's the same chapter. Yeah, I was thinking it's the same chapter, but it's a little bit up. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 11. If we have sown unto you spiritual things, is it a great thing if we shall reap your carnal things? Is that too much to be asked? Basically, let's check it out in another translation. Is that too much to be asked, man? That's why Yahushua also mentioned, like, don't take no bread, don't take no food, don't take no coat, because the people is supposed to take care of you, man. The people is supposed to, take you in and take care of you. And I was speaking about this last week when the brother of Germany was here. He's being taken care of, man. He comes into my house. I make sure there's food. Make sure that we go to places, see things, that he feels comfortable and invited, man. He lacks nothing, man. And if he needs something, tell me, then, we fix it up. So here it says in the NLT, since we have planted spiritual seed among you, aren't we entitled to a harvest of physical food and drink? You see? Now, that's that helping hand, man. That's that helping hand to the people that labor. Okay, what is that scripture? Muzzle not the ox. Muzzle not. Deuteronomy chapter 25 verse 4. Thou shalt not muzzle the ox when he treadeth out the corn. So you can't put a muzzle on an ox that he's not able to eat while he's putting in work, man. You see? The ox is putting in mad work. So you're supposed to help him, or you're not supposed to muzzle him that he cannot eat some grass while he's working. You see? This is a law. You see? This is a law. Now, that's of course concerning an ox, but it's the same principle, man. You're not supposed to hold back food and drinks and income from men that are putting in the work, man. How did it go back in the days concerning the priests, the Levites? Okay, they was doing the work of the Most High. Now what did the Most High order the other tribes? To give them the best parts of the meat, of the harvest. They supposed to eat, man, because they ain't working. They ain't making money. So you're supposed to hand out a 10th part of everything unto them, man. And if you cannot hand out physical food and drinks, you send them money, man. Let me see. It also says it here. Long. I think the way too long. This is Deuteronomy chapter 14, verse 24. And if the way be too long for thee, so that thou art not able to carry it, if the place be too far from thee, which Yahweh thy power shall choose to set his name there, when Yahweh thy power had blessed thee, then thou shalt turn it into money, and bind up the money in thine hand, and thou shalt go unto the place which Yahweh thy power shall choose. You see, And thou shalt bestow that money for whatever thy soul lusted after, for oxen, or for sheep, or for wine, or for strong drink, or for whatsoever thy soul desired, and thou shalt eat there before Yahweh thy power, and thou shalt rejoice, thou and thine household. And the Levite that is within thy gates, thou shalt not forsake him, for he had no part nor inheritance with thee. You see that? So in whatever you do, you're supposed to think about the Lord's priest, man. Okay, now it says, last scripture, because basically my point is already made. You know, they that do the work for the gospel supposed to be able to live off of the gospel. So that's just the scripture that I wanted to, bring to your attention. Think about that, man. Think about it when you haven't paid your tithes for like 3-4 months, man, or even 2 months if you missed it. Think about that. These men are putting in work daily, man, day in and day out. They are bringing out videos, they are edifying you to the best of their ability, and they ain't stopping, man. 30 plus years, they ain't stopping. 35 plus years, they still doing the work, man. Being elderly men, you don't see them complaining. You see? You don't see them complaining, man. This is Malachi chapter 3 verse 8. Will a man rob the Most High? Yet ye have robbed me. But ye say, wherein have we robbed thee? In tithes and offerings. You see? Ye are cursed with a curse, for ye have robbed me, even this whole nation. Bring ye all the tithes into the storehouse, that there may be meat in mine house. And prove me now herewith, said Yahweh of hosts, if I will not open you the windows of heaven, and pour you out a blessing, that there shall not be room enough to receive it. You see? Wherein have ye robbed the Most High, but not paying tithes, man? You see? And the tithes have to be paid and handed out unto the priests of the Most High, man. So you cannot let these men starve, man. Like I read actually, 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 14, even so had the Lord ordained that they which preach the gospel should live of the gospel, man. So whenever you receive your money, okay, when your money comes in, you better think about the elder apostles, man, that you learn from. You better think about your teachers, man, that you get this word from, And we ain't even dealing with the 10% nowadays, man. So let's say you make 2,000 euros. We ain't talking about 200 euros, send it to the apostles, okay? Give what you can give, man. Give what you can give, and that's a blessing, okay? 2 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 6. But this I say, he which soweth sparingly shall reap also sparingly. And he which soweth bountifully shall reap also bountifully. Every man according as he purposed in his heart, so let him give, not grudgingly or of necessity, for the Most High loveth a cheerful giver. So you're supposed to give whatever you wanna give. If it's bountifully, it's good. You're gonna receive bountifully. If you are holding back money and stuff like that, meanwhile you are able to give the more tithes, then you're also gonna receive sparingly, man, concerning your day-to-day life and eventually in the kingdom. You see, alms deliver from death, man. So meditate upon that. Check yourself out whether you're doing the things right in the sight of the Most High concerning that. Because, you don't want to rob the Most High, man. The scripture says it's literally, ye have robbed me by not paying your tithes, man. Okay, so with that, I want to give all praises, glory, and the highest honor to Yahweh Shem Yahshua, Shalom Kakadash, Shalom to the elect.